So we could all benefit from getting to know ourselves a little bit better. And one of my favorite ways to do that for other people, but also for myself, is figuring out what the energetic blueprint is of a person, or that's what I call it. And you don't need to be skilled to do that. You don't need to be a skilled practitioner. The tools are already there for you and they work for you. So one of the ways I like to do that is through astrology. And you don't really need to know anything about astrology except for your birth date. And you need to find out what the rising sign, the sun sign, and the moon sign is. And you can do that with apps. There's free apps. You can just look it up online. You can get that information pretty easily. And what that'll tell you is those 3 signs, or those 3 parts of the astrological piece of this person, will kind of give you a little bit of an idea of how they might show up in the world, what their emotional undercurrent might be, and just behaviors and characteristics, sometimes even a career path or something that might be really helpful to know. And this isn't black and white. Again, this is not like set in stone. It's very fluid, so it's not meant to be rigid or, carved in stone. But that's one way to access it. Then you can look at it through tarot, through the 21 tarot archetypes. And Angeles Aaron wrote this really great book, this tarot handbook. And I found out about it in a class that I took through the Sundust Oracle Institute. And it was such a helpful book, such a helpful tool. Angeles Aaron's work is pretty amazing. But in the book, she guides you on how to take the birth date again and figure out what your birth card is, your soul card when you were born. So it's one of those 21 archetypes. Sometimes it's more than one, and you'll get like a personality card as well. And she guides you through how to do that. It's a pretty simple formula, but you can also look that up online. You don't need the book for that. And then there's a second part to that tarot archetype system, and that's finding out what your growth cycle is for the year. So it kind of can tell you like what the energy current it is that's coming in, what to sort of prepare for, and how you can align with that energy. So just by looking that up, you're able to get this really amazing energetic framework, strengths, challenges, interests. It just sort of builds this really beautiful energetic imprint where you can kind of fill in the blanks as you're talking to the person or as you're figuring out yourself. So you have your astrology and you have the tarot archetypes and your tarot growth cycles. And now there's other things like human design and things like that out there. So that's enough right there to get a pretty good idea of the energetic blueprint of yourself or another person. Now, if you're a practitioner like myself, you'll be able to take that even a little bit farther, and you can do an energy reading, and you can look at the energy systems and centers and the energy field and add to that. So in the future, not right now, because I'm in the middle of publishing my first Oracle card deck, which I'm really excited about, but in the future, I'm gonna add a class, a workshop at my school at energybodytransformationschool.com, and it will be for practitioners on reading the energy field and collecting that information and being able to help empower their clients more in the treatment room or in a session, and also for people who just want to learn how to do that more for themselves. I believe that we all have the ability to heighten our intuition and to access this information through meditation, through trance states like journeying. There's a lot of ways that we can learn more about ourselves and gain more wisdom about ourselves. And it really boils down to stopping and listening. But we also have all these tools in place that kind of work for us and add to whatever that service is that we're providing, or for ourselves if we're really seeking spiritually to align more with, learning more about who we are. So I hope that helps a little bit in terms of learning the energetic blueprint of someone, some tools that you can look up, and stay tuned for this workshop.